Update 43 has been out on the PTS for about a week now, and I had a chance to check out a few of the new features that will be coming to PC servers on August 19th and consoles on September 4th. This update is a free addition to the base game, by the way, no extra purchase necessary. Back on July 3rd, the community team hosted an ESO live Twitch stream to give us a preview of what's coming in Update 43, and one of the main features they announced was Home Tours, a new tab that can be found under the Group and Activity Finder that allows you to visit other player homes and list your own home for other players to visit. I think this is going to be a great feature to have in the housing system that will hopefully bring new players into the housing community by getting more people engaged with housing in general. But the reception among some existing housing players, especially on PC, seems to be a bit mixed. We'll touch on that a little later in the video, but first let's take a look at this new feature for ourselves. Since this is already out on the PTS, I'm just going to show you guys how it all works right now. Obviously, it's subject to change before Update 43 goes live, but this all seems to be in good order, so I don't think many changes are likely. Anyway, let's open up the Group and Activity Finder and go to the new Home Tours tab. Right away, we're brought to the Recommended tab where each listing shows a customizable nickname as well as which player house it is. The homes listed here in this tab have all received at least one player recommendation, which is a nice distinction because if we go down here to Browse Homes, we're now searching through every home that has been listed on our mega server. One of my initial concerns with this new system was that players can list as many of their houses as they want, so what's stopping everyone from congesting the listings with empty or stock furnished homes? Well, nothing really stops them, but I doubt anyone is going to be recommending an empty house, or if they do as a joke, we're able to see how many furnishings have been placed before we visit so we can avoid wasting our time. The default filters are really nice too. You can search a player using their user ID here, or filter by up to 3 tags such as cozy, sinister, and festive. And if you're looking for specific houses, you can filter by up to 5 of them. If you like a particular home and want to save it to revisit later, you can add it to your favorites list, which will all show here. And if you really like it, you can give it your recommendation. Let's hop into this house as an example. After you look around for a bit and decide you want to give it your recommendation or favorite it, open up the housing menu and you'll see the option to favorite/recommend. Players will be able to recommend up to 10 homes per week and favorite up to 100 homes at a time. Now the last part of these home tours is the ability to list your own homes, so to do that you'll go to My Listings. You can select whichever of your homes you want, and don't worry, the home tours won't accidentally allow you to give visitors decorator access, so no one who visits your home will be able to move or steal anything. The only access you can give them is Visitor, which lets them interact with lighting or other interactable furnishings, or Limited Visitor, who has only viewing permissions while they're in your home. You can easily change the home's nickname from this menu, and when it's all ready, you can submit your house to be listed. If you want to unlist the home, you can just as easily do that from this menu as well. And that's about it for the new feature. I've never been particularly engaged with housing myself, but I've often stated that I think ESO's housing system is probably the best I've seen in any MMO, and the fact that it's getting some love is always a good thing. This is going to make things like housing contests much easier to organize, and to be honest, this whole feature feels like something that should have been a part of housing all along. Now, remember at the start of the video when I mentioned the reception to this feature has been mixed? Well, on PC there's an add-on that essentially does this already, and some of those PC housing players rightfully seem to feel like they're walking away from this announcement pretty empty-handed. And I kinda get that feeling, but if you're one of those players, I would encourage you to look at it this way. I bet there are a ton of players who have never really touched the housing system before, who, thanks to this update, will be inspired to start engaging with the housing community as a whole, especially console players who don't have access to add-ons. What I'm trying to say is, regardless of whether or not this feature is something you wanted, its addition to the game is a net positive. Plus, the more people who end up engaging with the housing system, the more attention it will get by the developers, and who knows what other features they could lead to down the road. And that's all I've got for you today. What are your feelings about the new housing feature? Do you think it's going to breathe new life into the housing scene, especially on consoles, or is this feature a bit underwhelming as a housing update? If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe for more. Until next time guys, see ya!